Pete the Cat, Trick or Pete by James Dean.
Happy Halloween! It's Halloween. Pete the cat is excited to go trick-or-treating in a superhero costume. I hope nothing too spooky happens, says Pete. Don't worry, say Pete's dad, we have our flashlights. Let's go trick-or-treating, says Pete. Pete and his dad walk outside. The wind rustles the leaves. Pete sees something moving in a tree. Whoosh! It's just an owl. That wasn't too spooky, says Pete. They arrive at a neighbor's house. Pete rings the bell. He hears a strange sound coming to the door. It's just Callie, Pete says. She is not too spooky. Callie joins Pete and his dad trick-or-treating at the next house. There is something in the yard. It was just a scarecrow. That's not too spooky. Pete rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. Awesome costume, says Pete. Very spooky, but not too spooky. Thank you, says Mrs. Gold, the crossing guard. At the next house, there is something glowing on the steps. Cool, says Pete, jack-o'-lanterns. Callie rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. It's Pete's teacher, one piece of candy each. She says, suddenly they hear something behind them. What was that? Asks Callie. Oh, it's just our friend Emma, says Pete. Not spooky, but groovy. One last house, and then we'll go home, says Pete's dad. Pete rings the bell, ding dong. Yikes! It's a spooky ghost, screams Pete. Don't be silly, Pete. It's just me, says Grandma Callie, and Pete get treats and hugs. Trick-or-treating wasn't too spooky at all. It was actually full of sweet surprises. Happy Halloween!